All right, so today we're going to continue with tax tip, discount, and markup. We are going to be adding a couple of extra steps. So Bryson purchased 3 items that were $2 each. The sales tax is 6.5%. How much was Bryson's total bill, including sales tax? So as we've been doing, we know that we're going to start off with writing out our proportion, right? It's going to be 2 fractions. So here's like our framework for it. Well, it looks like we're looking for sales tax. So I'm going to have tax in my numerator on my first fraction, and that's always over my total, and that will always equal percent over 100. So here's where we would just jump in and start filling in the pieces that we know, which are usually our total and our percent. But in this case, I really want to look at this problem. I really want you guys to read. So Bryson purchased 3 items that were $2 each. All right, each. Now we know from previous lessons, each, per, things like that, words like that, usually mean that we're going to need to multiply. So if Bryson bought 3 items, we have 3 items, and they were $2 each, we're going to have to do a little bit of multiplication off to the side. And we know that 3 items times $2 each is going to be $6. All right, so the total that Bryson spent is going to be $6. So usually our X, our variable, is going to be our tax, tip, discount, or markup. Our total is going to be $6. It gives us our percent, it gives us our percent of sales tax at 6.5%, and that's always over 100. From here, it's just what we've been doing. You're going to cross multiply the numbers that you can, and then you're going to divide by X's partner. And when you do that, you're going to see that X equals 39 cents. All right, now we have to do our last step, and that is just look at what the question's asking. So how much was Bryson's total bill, including sales tax? Well, from previous days, we know that we're going to want to add our tax and our total. We're going to want to add our tax and total. And when we do that, we will add our 0.39 to our total, which was $6. And you'll see that our total price, including sales tax, is $6.39. All right, so Ronaldo bought a pair of shoes. Ronaldo bought a pair of shoes that were on sale for 40% off the original price of $89.95, which is the closest to the sale price of the pair of shoes. So this looks like it's just going to be straightforward. So this was on sale, so that's going to be a discount. Remember, sale is the same as a discount. And that's going to be over our total, which is always going to be equal to percent over 100. All right, so we just need to fill in what we know. What we're looking for our discount initially. So we'll have our discount as our variable. Our total was $89.95, and our percent was 40 over 100. But when you cross multiply the numbers that you can and then divide by X's partner, you'll see that our discount, or X, is going to be $35.98. So let's go ahead and read this question real quick. Which is the closest to the sale price of the pair of shoes? Real quick, I would just like to note that when you guys are taking a test on this, or a SOL or exit ticket, you'll see that it gives us this 35.98, right? Remember, that's just our discount. What we want to know is what the sale price is. So what we're going to have to do is take our total, which is 89.94, and subtract our discount from it. And what that's going to give us is $53.97. Again, if you're looking at a multiple choice question, usually they will give you both what the discount is and your sale price, just to kind of try and confuse you to make sure that you're reading the question. Right, so make sure that you are reading the questions. All right, Johnny buys, sorry about that. Johnny buys PC Minecraft for $27. In Virginia, there's a 7% sales tax. What is the total cost of the game, including tax? Round to the nearest 100. All All right, so this looks like it's just going to be a straight up tax question. So we'll start with tax over title, which will always equal percent over 100, and we fill in what we know. I don't know my tax, so that's, like I said, 97%, 99% of the time is going to be our variable or what we're looking for, and that will be over 27. But we need to figure out what our percent was. Well, our sales tax percent is 7%, which is always over 100. And as usual, if we cross multiply and then divide by X's partner, you'll see that X is going to equal $1.89, $1.89. All right, well, let's look at what the question is actually asking us. It says, what is the total cost? Well, we know that if we have total cost, that's going to be our tax plus our total to give us our initial total to give us our total cost, right? So let's just do that. $1.89 plus $27. And you'll see that our total is just going to be $28.89. And that is our total cost, including tax. All right, Uni and her 7 friends. Now, this is probably one of the more tricky ones that we're going to be doing, because there's just a couple of different things that you need to really look for. All right, so let's just start off working with what we know, and then as the new stuff comes in, we'll point it all out. Uni and her 7 friends go to lunch. She plans to split the bill evenly and leave a 20% tip. The bill is $50.45 before the tip, which is the closest to the amount each person will pay for the meal, including the tip. A lot of reading here, a lot of important things here. So first of all, we know we're looking for tip, and that's going to be over our total. And that is always equal to percent over 100. Like I call this kind of like our framework, right? Like a little roadmap. So we're usually looking for tip, and in this case we are. Our total was $50.45, and our percent was 20 over 100. Remember, our total is, 50.45, and our percent is 20. Well, from here, we're going to cross multiply and divide by X's partner. And when we do that, X is going to equal, looks like $10.09. All right, a lot of stuff to read here. So let's just start off with what we're looking for, which is the closest to the amount each person, okay, so that's 1, will pay for the meal, including the tip. All right, well, let's figure out what the total cost of the meal was, including tip first. So we know we're going to have to add our tip in total. So that's going to be $10.09 for the tip plus our total, which was $50.45. And that's going to go ahead and equal $60.54. So this is our total with tip. All right, now let's look at where it says each person. Whoops. Each person. Well, how many people are there? Well, we have Uni and her 7 friends. So that would be like if you and 7 of your friends went out, there would be 8 of you, right? That would be a total of 8 people. So we need to divide this total by 8. So we will have our total with tip divided by our 8 people. And that's going to give us, each person is going to pay $7.57. All right, so with this question, you had to really look at if we were including the tip or just looking for the tip. And then we had to figure out what we noticed each person was going to chip in on this bill equally. So we had to figure out how many people we were going to split the bill between. All right, so the manager at an IKEA. So a manager at IKEA is trying to figure out how much to charge for a table that just arrived. If the table was bought at a wholesale price for $226 and IKEA's store manager marks up the furniture by 65%, what price should the manager sell the table? All right, so pretty obvious, we're looking for a markup, and this is going to be over our total. and that's always equal to percent over 100. Well, we know that our markup's what we're looking for. Our total, they gave it to us, was 226. That's what IKEA paid for it at wholesale. And our percent is going to be 65%. That's our percent markup. That's how much more they're going to sell this table for. All right, so we cross multiply what we can and divide by X's partner, and we'll see that X is going to equal $146.90. So look at the question. What price should the manager sell the table? What price should the manager sell? We got to think about how like a business works, right? So with a markup, the manager was able to get this table for $226, but IKEA needs to make money. So they mark it up by 65%, which is going to be what our 146.9 is, $146.90. So we're going to add 146.90 to our initial price. All right, and that means that IKEA is going to sell this table for $372.90. All right, so that's the markup. So this is essentially how much money they're going to make. All right, so you have to add that to what they paid to figure out what you're going to pay when you buy the table. And last but not least, this one looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. You and your family went to Wendy's for dinner, and the total was $21.56. Since you are part of the Wendy's club, you get 25% discount. How much would you save using your club membership? So we know we're going to look for a discount, and we know that's going to be over our total, which always equals percent over 100. So let's fill in what we know. Well, we know discount's going to be our variable. Our total is 21.56. Our percent's going to be 25% over 100. And when we cross multiply what we can and divide by X's partner, we'll see that X is going to equal $5.39. That's what you're saving, is $5.39. Well, let's see if we have to do anything else. So how much would you save? How much would you save using your club membership? And it looks like this is what we're going to save. So we do not have to do any extra work on the last problem. So that's pretty much it for tax, tip, discount, and markup. If you have any questions, ask your teacher. Other than that, have a great rest of the day.